What's up, man? I'm too cool for school, Benji. Alright, as you can see, I have a brand new setup. I know you love the hair. It's fake. I know, shocking. Yeah, I know, I have a brand. This is like the fourth time I switched setups, but you know, trying to make more room. Trying to make more room in my room. This is really getting in the way. And it's hot as hell in here. Even got the window open. As you can see, orange report's still up. Took the rest down. Don't really need it. Don't see the Benji sign anymore because you all know who I am. So let's get right into it. First things first, that's gone. And we'll get right into the daily fortunes. First up today, Uncle Matt and Aunt Rachel. Be choosy. I don't know what that means. Apparently it's supposed to be choosy. Someone says, I want meatloaf. Say, no! Don't want no fucking meatloaf! Alright, number 6. Allie, you are the standard. Right on. Confidence. Number 4. Me! Exude confidence. Speaking of confidence, I'm a little notch above you. Alright, moving on. So number 8. Andy, life improves. Oh. Good news for Andy. This just in, his life improves. Breaking news all the time, man. Number 7. Grandpa, look to the future. In the future, there will be hats. There will. Number 5. Dom, be sensible. I don't see that happening. Alright, and last but not least, number 3. My daddy and mommy. Creative period. Apparently they're going to go through a creative period. Just like Dom's fortune. I don't see it happening. So, let's move on. NCAA. We got Michigan State taking on Butler. They're both coming in as ranked 5. And we also have number 1 Duke taking on number 2 West Virginia. Both going to be great games, no doubt about it. Like I said, Duke's going all the way. I guess for the other one, I'm going to stick with Michigan State. You know, their leading scorer is out, but they've done a hell of a job without him. Fanning myself. Alright. So, a little side note here. Sam left some comments. Again, you guys are free to leave comments anytime you like, you know, any comments, you know, anything you want. I don't care what you write. I'll read it though. Sam said, why didn't I have feet? 'Cause you don't deserve it. Moving on. Alright. So anyway, in women's basketball, we got Baylor taking on number 1 UConn, which hasn't been defeated in the last 76 games. Of course, they'll be taking on Baylor with their 6'8" freshman, Brittany Griner, who I suspect to be a man. If I ever see her, I'm going to grab her right up underneath the crotch and I'm going to, aha, dick! I'm serious. A 6'8" freshman, she's got to be a dude. Either that or shooting up some steroids. Or both. Okay, so we're moving on to jokes. Before we get into my 3 blonde jokes I came up with today. When I say I came up with them, means I went on the internet and found them. We've got an easy way for you to have sex with your wife or future wife. So you know how you always see the, you know, shows or whatever. You're like, hey honey, you want to have sex tonight? It's like, oh, I have a headache. Here's what you do. Before you go to bed, you bring up a glass of water, a couple of aspirin. You bring it to your wife. She goes, what's this for? You go, it's for your headache. I don't have a headache. Got you, bitch! That's how you get them. Alright. So, moving on to my 3 blonde jokes today. So, blonde brunette sitting down watching the 6 o'clock news. And this guy, you know, that's on a bridge, says he's gonna jump, commit suicide, you know. Brunette goes, bet you $50 he jumps. Blonde goes, I'll take that bet. Sure enough, guy jumps. It's like, ah. So blonde hands her $50. She's like, nah, I can't take this. He's like, I watched the 5 o'clock news. Blonde goes, so did I. I just didn't think he'd jump again. Alright. Moving on to the second one. So, this guy's driving a truck, pulls up at a red light. Blonde comes flying down, behind him. She gets out of her car, runs up to his truck, knocks on it, rolls down the window. And she goes, excuse me, sir, you're dropping your load out of your truck. And he's like, alright, just keeps driving. So, hits another red light, she does the same thing, pulls up behind him, knocks on his door, rolls down the window. She's like, excuse me, sir, you're dropping some load out of your truck. Alright, so he just keeps going, hits a third red light, blonde stops, does the same thing. He ignores her again, just keeps going. So when he hits the fourth red light, he jumps out of his truck, runs over, knocks on her window, she rolls it down. He goes, excuse me ma'am, but we're in winter in Canada here and that's a salt truck. Might have screwed that one up a little, but yeah, that's basically how it went. Still funny. Alright, moving on to the third and final blonde joke. Hope all you blondes love this. Doesn't matter if you dye your hair, you're still a blonde. Alright. So, this blonde, beautiful blonde actually, she's going to LA to try to become a movie star, so she's going on a plane, sits down in first class. Guy's going through, checking everyone's tickets, making sure they're sitting in the right spots. Gets to the blonde, goes, you're supposed to be sitting in coach, you're gonna have to move. And she goes, no, see, I'm hot and a blonde, going to LA, riding in first class. The guy that gets the manager, he tells her the same thing. Blonde's like, no, I'm hot, I'm blonde, going to LA, I'm sitting in first class here. So, they get the pilot. He goes up to her, tells her the same thing. She goes, no, hot and blonde, staying here, So he goes, can I whisper something in your ear? She goes, yeah, whisper something in her ear. She gets up, moves us to the coach. All the guys look at the pilot, he goes, what'd you? That's a beep, we all know what that means. Let me just finish this. He goes, what'd you tell her? He goes, I told her first class isn't going to LA. Alright, so beep, we all know what that means. Time to tap. We'll get back with that.